What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to summarize our trip to St. Lucia. It was just amazing. Just for reference, I've been to Montego Bay Sandals and I've been to Ocho Rios Sandals about 15 years ago and then 10 years ago. So it's been a bit. I do like the Sandals brand. I haven't tried other brands, but I've always been happy with that. So we stick with that. It's all inclusive, truly. You get everything for free, and it's just awesome. This time for Kristen's 40th birthday, we went to Sandals, St. Lucia, Regency, Latac. So it's kind of, St. Lucia is like this, and it's up in the northwest corner of St. Lucia. Let's start off with a plane ride. We live in Central Virginia, and we did one non-stop from Charlotte. It's about 4.5 hours for flight time, not too bad. And then you get to the airport, and it's about a little over an hour shuttle and a bus. I hate those bus rides, but it's okay. It is windy, but it's kind of open and scenic. You do get to go through the center of the island, which is cool. When you get to Sandals, they do a nice little welcome song. And we have a club level room, which includes concierge, so they kind of privately take you away. If you don't have a club level or butler, they kind of meet you as a group and give you your room key. So we stayed in a beachfront, which is actually on the beach pretty much. Looks over the entire beach and has like a little soaking tub balcony. So it's kind of like, I would say, like a mid-level. We're here at Sandals Latac. This is the spa room. Very nice bathroom, stand-up shower, super clean. Got your robes and footwear here. Very nice bed. TV. Fully stocked bar. You can drink all those, but you can't refill those at least. But this comes stocked too, and that gets refilled every day. Cool little pillow setup. Little spa here, out on your balcony. I mean, look at that view. Look at that swim up bar and pool. Beautiful. For most people, a concierge level is going to be the best way to go. It is nice. They have a little club level area you can go to that has certain things that other people can't get, and they book things for you quicker and all that kind of stuff. So I do think that's really nice. I wouldn't say you need a butler unless you really want to go all out. A little bit about the resort. Latac's really cool because it's almost like two different resorts. So it has like a Bluff area, which was really more serene and like kind of quiet. And you can walk up there, but most people either, if they have a butler, they take a little golf cart, or you can take a shuttle that runs every 10 minutes. And we actually didn't even discover that until like the 4th day we were there. So make sure you do the resort orientation. We just walked around the main part and I was like, oh, okay, this looks awesome, but didn't even realize the Bluff area existed. So this is the second kind of part of the resort. Honestly, we didn't even discover it till last night. Kind of funny. But this is where all the really nice rooms are down there. I'll show you in a second. But this is on top of the hill kind of, and you can't even see it from the normal beach, which is that way. So this is the Sunset Bar. That's open till late. It's a pretty cool little chill area if you want to just kind of more quiet bar area. But this pool and view is amazing, especially at sunset. You got to come up here if you stay at Latac. These chairs are mostly taken up by butler suites. In the morning, we got here at like 7:30, and they're pretty much all taken, at least the best ones. But look at this view. Especially at sunset, it's just beautiful. Sunrise here right now, it's early, it's like 5:45, so probably not gonna make that. Cool view off the cliff here. So those rooms down there, they have like a pool, swim up pool, kind of infinity pool type deal, and it looks out to the ocean. So I think that's probably the highest level rooms you can get, and they come with a butler. I'm guessing this might have some sort of waterfall. The pool's not technically on right now. You can see some of those rooms are kind of like ours with the Infinity, the little tub, soaking tubs. But you can come down here at night too. Yeah, these fire pits pretty much going all the time, I think. Cool little hangout area. Yeah, so those you can see they have like a little pool and stuff right there, if you can see. Pretty neat. I still would rather stay down there though, and you can come up here and visit. They got some pool tables and stuff. So the restaurants up on top of the hill too are Armando's, Italian, and then Komodo's, Japanese. So you could walk up here. I was advised taking the shuttle. It's just kind of different up here. It's more like landscapey, like foresty. I still would rather look at the actual waves and beach when I wake up in the morning. But this is a beautiful view too. Especially if you want your own butler service. I'm sure these are super nice. And it's kind of louder down the bottom, so if you want a kind of more chill private vacation, you can stay up here. I was just seeing if there's anything down here. We stayed at the main area, which is kind of just on the main beach. Super nice beach. It's not like white sand, it's brown, but it's not like a regular beach. You don't get sandy really, unless you're just sitting in the water. The ocean is a little rough there. It has kind of wave, it's pretty wavy, but it's very clean. Like there's no like seaweed, there's not really any shells. Very clean beach. And the weather overall, it's not bad at all. It's about like mid 80s, at least when we went, and it's not very humid. So actually, you don't really get that hot. So the pools, they have the main pool at the bottom. It's got like some waterfalls and stuff, the swim up pool bar. And then it has like in the middle, kind of in the resort, halfway up the mountain, it's got a really, really quiet pool. Not many people go there. It might be like 10 people there at once. And then at the top, it's called the sunset pool. Really nice bluff views. And they also have a little bar up there. It's a little quieter. Also, there's not a lot going on. The main pool, they usually have activities twice a day down there. And that was neat. And you can pretty much get lunch anywhere. They have like a pizza place called Neptune's. They have the pavilion, which is pretty much open all day with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then breakfast also, Armando's was really good. We did that for breakfast up at the top of the mountain. And then dinner-wise, we did pitons, which you need reservations for. Kimonos, which you need reservations for, and latak. I think all the food's really good. You know, it's not like exquisite, but it's really good food. And even the pavilion, snacking on that kind of food is really good. I really like Cricketers. It's kind of like a pub, and it's open till 2 a.m. That's a fun place. And then Herbie's, we hung out a lot. They have a kind of like a piano bar and like a sing-along and karaoke. So if you want to have fun at night, that's a good place to go as well. As far as the room, again, our room was very clean, cleaned every day. I'm pretty OCD and bougie when it comes to room. I don't like dirty rooms. I don't know. One thing that just kills me about resorts. So I will say the cleanliness of the actual resort in our room was pretty nice. I didn't have a lot to complain about. The pools were super clean. The service from all the staff members, for the most part, was good. I'm going to kind of give this an 8 out of 10. The bartenders were usually pretty good. We met this really awesome bartender named Brent. He was really personable. I will say some of the restaurants, the waiters and waitresses were not mean, but kind of just like, didn't want to be there type thing, which I understand. Can't be happy every day. That was the only kind of negative experience. Not really negative, but if you want to say that, it's the only kind of negative I had to say about the whole trip. Otherwise, everybody's really friendly. They say, hello, how are you doing? They had loyalty people that would check up on you during the week. The spa people that try to get you to book spas are a little pushy, not over the top. If you say no, they'll walk away, but they do kind of hound you a little bit throughout the day. But, you know, they all got to make a living, so it's okay with me. Excursion wise, we only did one. We just wanted to kind of take it easy. We did a beach and waterfall safari. They basically take you around town on this open Jeep. They stop at little different lookouts and things like that and show you that. And then you go to a little mini kind of rainforest, short hike across some creeks and things. And you get to what they call the Venus waterfall. It's not like extravagant necessarily, but it's cool. It's in the middle of the forest. And then you get to sit under a little mini waterfall. And if you're brave enough like me, you can hike up to the top of it. It is a little slippery, but it's not too bad. And then they take you to a little secluded beach. And the really cool thing is they cook you like a authentic lunch. They boil up some chicken and they make dumplings. And that was actually the best meal I had all week. It was really cool, really authentic food. You're there for a couple hours and they take you back to the resort. So that was the only excursion I did. They have all sorts of stuff, endless amounts of excursions if you want to do it. They have a lot of golf there at that resort too. Also didn't do that. And then they have fitness centers and pickleball and tennis, I believe. But when I usually go on vacation, I just like to kind of relax. And then, like I said, they have multiple bars, never any trouble getting a drink. There's people walking around asking if you want a drink. They do have a loyalty center there. So if you book another Sandals trip while you're there, you get like $800 off. So we went ahead and do that. We're doing Grenada in 2027. But yeah, that's kind of our overall experience. If I had to say, I definitely loved it more than Jamaica. I thought the overall experience in just St. Lucia was prettier in general. Also, if you're there, you can visit Hallison and Grand St. Lucian for free of charge. And that's pretty much with any Sandals. So like if you go to Jamaica, you could go to, there's a lot of Sandals resorts in Jamaica. You could pretty much go to anyone you want free of charge to stay for the day. I've heard that Grand St. Lucia is kind of more party scene, has a bigger, kind of flatter beach with, if you're into like less waves and stuff, you might want to stay there. And then Hallison is very, very private. So I think Latac's kind of a good medium. And I know Latac is more like dynamic. So you got like a mountain view and a beach view, which I think it really makes it unique. It's going to be really hard to beat that particular resort. And I've seen some other YouTubers and things say it's up there for them too, besides like the brand new Sandals like St. Vincent and Dunn's River. If I had to rate it on a 1 to 10, I would say 8.5 or 9 out of 10, really. I had a great time, and I don't really love to travel, but it was awesome. I loved it a lot. So if you're interested in St. Lucia, Latac, let me know. I can answer any more detailed questions you want to know. See ya.
Anything my love. Life is lovely, party when you're still young. Who goes out your back when it's older? It's all good when you're living up your fun. Grab your bullshit, you wanna have a long run. Looking back, shorty, always the mention. Send me a room, got enough attention. Can't live with my new consideration. I want to show the my appreciation. Give it up for the ladies and gentlemen. Shaggy and Regency in the house.